Hello there, I am your delightful Game Master Tom, and this is episode 8 of the Inglorious Bards. Thanks for joining us on our adventures, and feel free to leave a comment about the episode on our website, ingloriousbards.com, Facebook, Twitter. We love hearing from you. In the previous adventure, our heroes descended into the sewers beneath the city of Talus in the hunt to eradicate an infestation of ratmen. The group battled rats, slew a butcher-turned-kidnapper, and crawled through the nasty-smelling tunnels, only to witness a magical catastrophe hit the city. An entire city block was left in ruins by some unknown force. Will the heroes find out the cause of the attack on the city, or will they finally take out the ratmen beneath the streets? The adventure begins. Ratmen, a constant plague on the city of Talus, always crawling beneath the streets, stealing whatever they can from the surface and attacking weaker citizens who try to fend them off. They are devious, loyal only to their own kind, and always hunted down when spotted. You 4 heroes have chosen to take a stand and make a difference by killing the ratmen stealing from this neighborhood. Otarik, the lumber businessman, has hired you to make the ratmen thieves pay and keep the streets clear of their raids. You descend into the sewer the second time in as many days. The smell hits you again like a powerful blast to your senses. Elmon dry heaves for a moment but then collects himself. You walk down a wide sewer tunnel with small ledges on either side and a deep channel in the middle where water, goo, and oh so much more float briskly by. You shuffle along the brick wall trying to touch as little as possible. As your tunnel descends further from the street above, the light from Puck's torch flickers upon a large intersection. Your tunnel turns right, and off that way you can see a few sporadic lanterns glowing every 100 feet or so. The sewer tunnel you're in also continues straight ahead at this intersection and descends even lower and lower at an even steeper rate down. And on the left side of this intersection is a side tunnel that is blocked off with boards and sheets of metal.
Hello! Hello! Hello!
I don't think we want to draw attention down here.
I heard someone respond to me.
Several times, no less.
The wood and metal place where it's been sealed off, how difficult would that be to bust through?
Moderately challenging, and it's also partly covered by flowing of goo. It's partly submerged.
Does it look like it's been there for a while?
Make an investigation roll.
12.
You can't tell one way or the other. Doesn't look brand new, but you're not sure if it's been there for a couple weeks, months, or years.
Too much goo.
Who knows?
Somebody is definitely in these tunnels.
Well, which way are we going?
I suppose if we're to find the rat people, we should follow signs that they're here.
Let's go right then.
Right it is.
And Olgrim begins the charge to the right.
You head right. Olgrim's leading the way. Who's second?
Puck is second.
Second with the torch, and then
Avius is again third.
Avius in the middle. And Elmon the Ranger is bringing up the rear. You walk down this tunnel, and you pass underneath a lantern that is hanging from the ceiling. It's more of a permanent fixture that is not normal gas-style light. It's got some magical light emanating from it. So it's been down here for quite a while. And you can see at least 6 of them that are going down this tunnel. It's just a dark tunnel straight ahead with these 6 little small areas of light up ahead.
Navius, reach it. Grab it.
You can
dislodge it.
You can. It's going to take some tools or a lot of hacking. It's not just hanging there. It's welded in. It's part of like a permanent fixture. But you could, with some tools or a lot of strength and movement, try and bend it and pry it and get it off.
Elmon, give me a hand with this.
Already.
So you're going to try and rip it down?
Sure.
All right. You start pulling and pulling. Nothing seems to work. You grab onto it, flip upside down, and use your feet to push off the ceiling with it.
Somebody catch me if I fall.
You may make
I'll catch you.
Oh, God.
You can make a strength roll modified by no assistance whatsoever from all the help you're getting from Avius.
All right.
Which is actually a benefit.
9.
With a 9, just lots of heaving, in more ways than one heaving, and you cannot seem to get that thing to budge.
Now flip back around, shrug.
Right,
and-
are we done playing with these things now?
Aye. Let's go.
Oh, fine.
You keep going, and as you walk further down this, you can hear a metal banging noise, a rhythmical bang, bang.
I don't know what that is.
It's a banging noise.
Oh, I know that. Well, now I do.
And I continue moving along. It's
Okay.
still these narrow...
Still narrow ledges with a channel between, for sure. You make your way further, the banging noise gets a little louder. Bang! You get closer, and you hear it even louder. And then it stops.
Avius casts earth armor on himself.
All right.
Keep an eye open for tripwires up there.
I start staring down at my feet,
All right.
panicking, looking around. Ulgrim is like, what?
So that also gives me plus 13. Mr. Puck.
Temporary hit points.
Mhm.
All right, so Avius's skin hardens up into an earth-like shape and then fades slightly back to normal skin pallor. And Ulgrim, you're going very slow now, keeping a close eye on
I've
the ground.
come to a dead stop
Oh,
because
okay.
he's mentioning tripwires now, and I'm like looking around frantically.
Okay, make an investigation roll.
4.
A total of 4?
Total of 4.
Ooh.
I found something. It's in the water.
You turn around, your fingers in your nose. You're like, I found it!
You spot nothing. You have no idea what he's talking about. You start to grow impatient.
I'm still standing.
I don't see anything.
Puck's gonna cast Find Traps.
All right, how does that spell work?
Sense the presence of any trap within range that is within line of sight. Range is 120 feet.
Oh, that's a good range down this tunnel.
Is a level 2.
Is it just an instantaneous or concentration?
It's instantaneous.
So it's like a one-shot ping.
Gotcha.
Mm-hmm.
It's useful, but it has pop-ups. Buy Viagra.
All right. What does that casting the spell look like? He pushes himself maybe in front of Ulgrim.
Yeah.
No, don't do that.
Puck closes his eyes and bows his head and kind of both arms outreached Jesus style, and like a sonic wave emanates from him.
Ooh.
All right.
Sonar.
Little sonar wave that only you can sense, Puck, goes out, and you can see in the darkness ahead, the outline of the tunnel going, stretching out of 120 feet. It goes out. You can sense no traps whatsoever in that 120 feet.
Wow.
But you do sense in that brief outline a doorway, narrow, similar to the one you entered the previous day with all the machinery type stuff. You see one up ahead, maybe 50 feet on your side of the tunnel.
Okay.
Just briefly as that sonic pulse goes out, you see a change to the tunnel shape.
There's no traps, guys, but there is a little door up ahead.
Ulgrim doesn't believe you. You're still searching.
I'm just. No, you said there's one here.
There's
I'm
not.
gonna find it.
You want me to
Found
take?
it.
Want me to
No,
take the
that's not
lead,
it.
big guy?
What? Oh,
Want me to take the lead?
well, be careful.
I want to go up.
Don't walk over there.
Puck goes up to the door.
Okay. You walk forward. The rest of the group follows you. You walk up to the door, and as you are there, you are come around or peek your head around that door. You are hit for 4 points of bludgeoning damage as a metal weapon slams into your upper chest. And a man comes out of the doorway and says, "Oh, I'm sorry. I thought you were ratmen." And he's holding a giant wrench in his hands.
What's wrong with you?
What are you doing down here?
Well,
I don't actually want to know what your business is. I don't want any trouble, and I'm sorry for striking you.
What are you doing down here?
I'll be the one not asking questions. He says, I work here.
And what is it you do down here?
Well, I do some minor repairs, which I'm trying to do right now, but
Repairs to what?
to the systems, the flows, but I don't focus on that. My main job is a rat catcher. And he points into the room where you see he's got a bunch of catching materials and net type stuff and some collapsible trap type things. He's got some sacks, one of which is squirming around with a bunch of squeaky things inside.
Do you catch little rats or big rats?
I catch little rats. I stay away from those big ones.
And where can we find the big ones? Because that's our job.
What do you mean?
We're here to catch the ratmen.
The ratmen.
Yeah,
I despise those things.
us too.
If you're here to kill them, you're going about it the wrong way.
What would be the right way to go about it?
He heads back out the door on the ledge and leans. You gotta go down that tunnel, pointing the way you came. And there's a way it goes left, up. You want to go down, right.
Do you have any advice for us on catching these ratmen? And by catching, I mean killing?
They're pretty dangerous. I've only battled one before. I don't have much of advice. I'm not much of a fighter. I capture the little rats. I'd say watch out. They're sneaky. I've had one drop on me, claw up my left side. He shows some scars on his arms. Dropped on me right from the ceiling above. I didn't see him. I've got good eyes. I'm watching for rats all the time. No idea.
I don't think your eyes are very good. You just hit me. I'm not a rat.
Your radish size.
You're radish size.
Radish?
Radish, like the vegetable.
Wait,
Yeah.
what? He's defeated.
Just falls in the water.
Well, if you don't mind, I've got some more work to do. A lot more work to do. And don't bring no train of rats back down the sewer tunnel.
Okay, have fun beating up on innocent people.
May I ask your name, sir?
Lenig.
What?
Lenig, why do you want to know?
Lenig. What?
I'm doing my job.
No, it's, of course. You're doing a fine job. I see your bag of little rats there. If you do happen to see upon any evidence of ratmen or such a thing, maybe if we cross paths again, you could be so kind as to help us get the right direction.
All right. And next time, don't go sneaking up on a man, he says, looking at the hooded goblin.
Was that you making the banging noise earlier?
Yeah, trying to get this pipe open again.
Oh, maybe we can lend some assistance for you.
Oh, yeah. You can twist this valve over here, and he gets you guys to help him out. Particularly Olgrim, with his massive muscles.
Olgrim will go over.
Do we have time for this?
Oh, we always have time. Look at me, I have all the time in the world.
Keep telling yourself that, old man.
His days are numbered.
Olgrim approaches this like using his teeth. He's just kind of trying to get this thing open.
All right, it's a valve. You push and you pull, and with this guy's giant wrench...
It's a valve, and I push and I pull.
It's a little twisty thing.
But truly, my intelligence is only 10.
You can twist, then you can lean and pull. Yeah. And then him with his wrench, you guys are finally able to get it free, and there's some flushing noise in some of the small pipes that are right around. He says, that'll make it easier for me to get where I need to. Thank you.
Lenig, do you have, perhaps a drawing or a schematic of the pipes and the valves and things of the sewer?
Oh, yeah, it's all up here, says, pointing to his head.
Off with his head, we can take it with us.
The blade of revenge slowly unsheathes.
Do we really need this?
Is there any way you could perhaps draw up a map or something for us?
What are you looking for?
We just would like to
We're
know.
looking for ratmen. We already told you that.
And I told you where to find them.
Gentlemen and goblin, we just would like to know. We've run across one instance already where the rats were trying to elude us and they were using the valves and levers and things, and fortunately we figured it out, thank you to me, but it would be easier if we had a little bit of a map or something for guidance.
Don't go low unless you want to find ratmen. If that's your goal, the lower you go, the more likely you're going to find them. They move up here, but they don't live up here.
Right, yes. I was just thinking of, valves, spillways, causeways, ways.
I don't go down
I don't
there.
have the app anymore, so I'm asking you.
Google doesn't work down here.
I ain't got no help for it.
I've got no bars.
Let's go.
All
this
right.
guy's no help.
Well, you're welcome for our assistance. Nice to meet you.
And you leave, making a friend for life. Where are you headed?
He's just, what the hell was all that about? Moving
go
down the
down.
tunnel, as he had indicated, Olgrim taking the lead.
Okay.
And when we come to that one intersection, going down and to the right, per his suggestion.
All right. You head down, back, and to the right. Back
And to the right.
and to the right.
And down.
Let me bring it up here. All right, you head that direction. You walk down the bricks and the ledge. This slope gets a little steep, and the ledge you're on can sometimes be a little slick with goodness and sludge. And it can be a little challenging, but you're able to avoid any spills. And you walk for a couple minutes. You see a couple side tunnels that don't appear too interesting. And after a couple minutes, you hear off in the distance where you're headed a hissing. A loud.
Like a snake reptile hiss?
Could be you've encountered a larger snake in your past.
Or sleeping kitty cat hiss?
It's more
Ratman type hiss, maybe?
it has a much larger volume than a cat. And it's some distance away.
Olgrim continues down.
All right. You, I'm assuming, have your weapon out by the moment your foot touched the sewer.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I greet people down there all the time.
You continue on, the sound gets louder and louder, and you recognize before you even get close that it is steam, a huge venting of steam. This tunnel opens up into a bit of a chamber. The channel you've been walking alongside cuts right through this chamber, but it opens up into a square room that has a ceiling up above with a couple pipes that cut through it, and you can see big blast of steam come down from above and coat the whole room, and you guys are covered in a heavy steam cloud for a brief moment. Your hair gets all wilty.
Wonder what's causing that.
Avius unties his robe.
Oh, this,
Not a sauna.
I haven't felt this good since the last time I've been to the bathhouse.
Why don't you have a dip?
Not a good place to be that comfortable.
And it continues on if you want to keep going.
Yeah.
All right.
Checking, just cursory glance, not spending a tremendous amount of time doing this, but for any out of place items that might be here, dropped random stuff, looking for some sort of indicator of rat men moving through here potentially.
Rat
Okay.
droppings.
Make an investigation roll.
No, damn it. 17.
17. You do not see any signs of ratmen here. You see more like vandalism style debris, people, some sketchy people that might be down here leaving their crap behind, leftover, I don't know, the medieval equivalent of food wrappers and tin cans, that kind of stuff. Just refuse, general crap that's been left behind here, but nothing seems nefarious and no sign of ratmen.
Olgrim's just going through and kicking stuff away with his foot.
No ratman here.
And continues on down the...
You follow the flow. It isn't long at all before you come across another chamber. This one even wider, this one much taller. It is pretty much an 80 by 80 by 80 cube of a room.
Underground.
So yeah,
Wow.
you guys have gone deep for a bit. the features that dominate this are your channel that you've been following along. It hits a T intersection in the middle of the room, and there's a giant channel that essentially is flowing from the right to the left and disappearing down. And your sewer tunnel opens up on the other side of the room. There's no channel anymore. It's just flat ground, but the same large 16-foot wide tunnel of yours continues on. So there's a way to keep going. You just have this giant channel. So essentially it's a separation between where maintenance people can walk and where the stuff goes temporarily. What makes it challenging, though, is that there are tons of pipes overhead and just a huge webwork of brass and copper style pipes above going this way and angling and all sorts. Some weird junction where a ton of different pipes of different things are flowing above. And in between you and the other side, this channel that's flowing from across the room, cutting across your path, it's a canyon essentially of a 40-foot wide gap of briskly flowing evilness just gooing down the side. And you see there is a metal catwalk type thing that goes across that has worn down entirely, and there's just 1 foot of it that's kind of bent over, and it's rusted and disappeared years ago, and no longer used by the ratmen that frequent this area, in particular the 3 that you see in this room. There are Puck is ready. There is one ratman who is on the far side of the room by that dry tunnel that continues on, and he's watching you guys. He's hunkered down by that tunnel. There is a second ratman who just drops down from a pipe about 10 feet off the ground onto their side of the room. And then there's a third one who's climbing around and now dropping down to a pipe and trying to get down as well.
How high above us are the pipes?
There's a whole bunch of them. So there's some that are you can touch. There's some that continue up 80 feet.
So reachable and climb upable.
Reachable, yes. Climb upable, possibly.
Assailable? No. So, if I understand, the only way across that we can see is this rusted catwalk.
Correct.
Or the
And
pipes.
then outside of that, there is just this space.
Correct.
Pipes.
But the catwalk
Holgrim is not climbing any
like,
pipes, I can guarantee
failed,
that.
right?
It's failed. There's instead of the channel that's flowing, that's cutting this room in half, that's 40 feet wide, you maybe have 3 feet of rusted stuff on one side and 1 foot of rusted stuff on the other, what remains of the catwalk.
Yeah, so the pipes are really going to be the only effective
or head
way.
back to a different way.
Well, first off, the dwarven culture is all based off of metric, so they don't like this 40-foot.
They adopted metric early
We
on.
adopted metric.
All right.
Puck wants to cast Thorn Whip on one of the little bastards up above.
Oh, great idea. However, it's out of range. They are on the other side of the room. They're probably about 70 feet away.
Okay.
That's an easy bow shot, though.
That's true. That is within bow range.
Don't look at me, you've got the bow.
Is it time for some arrow diplomacy?
I believe it is.
All right.
The one
Give
that
them
is
the shaft.
the one that is hunkered down closest to the exit. I guess the one that was like stationary, kind of
Okay.
staring at us.
Yep.
He will promptly receive a couple arrows.
All right.
Elmon, don't be so hasty.
He has no cover.
I just want to talk.
By the way,
I hold the bow shot, like ready to go.
Do it.
We want to find where the rest of them are. If we kill them, we'll not.
God, this shot is fired.
Kill all but one, see where the other one runs to.
Will be a 22.
That's
to
a hit.
Holgrim is heavily making his way to the bridge that is decayed.
Okay.
Only 6 points of damage, though.
All right. You do 6 points of damage and brutally maul this ratman. By the way, the ratman is...
Is it dead?
I'll tell you just a second.
Okay.
The ratman is a mostly bipedal creature. It's got human gait to it. Think like a sneaky thief style movement of there's some agility to it, but quick. They can get on all fours if needed. He has leather. He actually has studded leather armor on. So they've got, accoutrements on. They've got harnesses and belts with daggers and stuff like that. So they're not they're not primitive, I would say. Just keep that in mind. He is alive and he is just squealing out in pain.
He's
second squirming on the ground
as well.
Okay.
Elmon!
It's going to be a 23 this time.
That is also a hit. He has 1 hit point remaining. How much damage do you do?
10.
A billion.
And you end his tormented, screaming pain instantly. The second rat man immediately runs down that tunnel. He is still visible, but further away. He's maybe 120 feet away, about to hit a bend and disappear, but he is still currently visible. The third rat man has now dropped down on that side. He is running. He's at just the exit of that tunnel. And what would you guys like to do?
I'm sorry, Avius, did you want something?
We know which way they're going.
Well, now they have time to mount an attack and a defense, and we're doomed.
It's not like they didn't know we were coming.
You got a question. How do we get across this?
They're short one of their numbers now.
I don't think that we'll have to get across. I think they will, in short time, find us.
Okay, I'll wait here then.
We probably should figure out a way to cross. Looking up at the bar, the pipes and everything, Elmon's gonna kind of leap up there and scout out a viable path.
Okay.
Maybe, tie off some rope sections or whatever.
Does no bridge count as difficult terrain? Because we can move right through that.
Exactly.
How far below is like this river of filth? Below
below the ledge?
Yeah.
It is, this one is excessively deep, the whole channel. So you're looking at a good 10-foot drop to the stuff.
Okay.
And it's moving very fast. This appears to be a primary section for the city of movement.
I guess.
Shark, you want to shark, right?
The dwarf killer.
Oh, God.
water walk.
Ooh.
Actually, I'm just gonna try and get basically. I'm gonna get to the other side and then figure we'll get a rope across.
All right, first make a climbing roll, please.
Good God, please
which
don't.
would be athletics.
This is where the adventure can go awry.
8.
8. You climb up and you get onto the first pipe easily and you pull yourself up to the second pipe, and as you get up there, you can't get your leg up. It's very un-elven grace. You just can't get that leg up, and then you start just slide, like your belly's crushing into the pipe and you're just sliding and sliding. And then you lose your grip and you fall and your back hits the pipe right underneath and you enjoy 1d10. Only 3 points of bludgeoning damage, and you fall back down and need to try again.
Avius just watches rather than casting Falling Breeze.
As he falls, he's expectantly looking.
Avius just
Maintains eye contact as he falls.
All the while, Avius just shaking his head. No.
You'll never learn. You climbing again?
Yeah, I'm gonna climb again.
All right.
Avius grins.
Natural 20.
Whoa!
Flip off Avius on the
Wow. You climb up to the perfect spot. You have some rope you're tying off.
Yeah, basically gonna try and get to the other side and get at least a rope pull so everybody can go, like Rambo style.
Yeah, it's just where would the 2 points be?
One would be on their side, the other one would be on the far side.
But it would be low on the ground? I don't understand how
kind
that
of
works.
going down.
Pipes. Yeah, so that
Or the,
kinda
the
sagging
railing.
Oh, yeah, I
Yeah.
can see it.
The railing on the catwalk, maybe.
yeah, something like that. Tied on
yeah.
either side of the catwalk. Maybe if we have a second rope so that you can use 2 and.
Okay.
Avius is fucked.
Well, yeah,
Yeah, we
you more
all
so 'cause I'm
are.
planning on cutting the rope when you're halfway
Puck, you
across.
can't even reach. Puck and Olgrim have to go at once.
You're the one not wearing a Buick in armor.
Olgrim, you put your toe on it and it snaps.
Just as I approach, I didn't even touch it. It's like, nah, just jump.
You just jump in. Let's cut out the middleman. So, Elmon, you climb up with ease. You find the spot. There's a whole other series of acrobatic agility, additional climbing rolls, but it doesn't matter. You know exactly where you're going. You find your route perfectly. And you're trying to tie the thing off, right?
Yeah.
Make a perception roll as well, then.
12.
Oh, never mind. You get to the other side.
Everything is fine.
You get to the other side. You find the remnants of the rusted catwalk bridge type section. You're able to tie off two ends of ropes you brought over, and they've had the other side. And you guys now have a double line, crude looking rope line bridge.
Come on across, fellas.
Well, Puck, get on my
I don't like
shoulders.
the way you're looking at me.
I can go on my own.
Can you reach?
Yeah, it's on the
Does
catwalk.
Olgrim think there's some way
It's
he
on the
can
catwalk?
help?
No,
You're supposed to stay on the catwalk again.
on the catwalk.
Thank you.
I'll shake my little tush on the catwalk.
What's the plan now?
Well, Olgrim was wondering, is there any way you can help facilitate these two across? If he doesn't need to be involved, he won't be involved.
You can try and stabilize the ropes maybe to keep them moving as less as possible.
Okay.
Some moral support.
I'll
Definitely
focus
going
on-
last and crashing the whole
definitely
thing
going
after
la-
they've
yes.
gone through.
Last is on my mind.
All right.
Yeah, Elmon will stabilize.
You're just
his
tapping your
side.
foot, just bored and waiting for these guys to get across.
Is Elmon watching us on the other side?
Yeah.
Then I'm not helping. I'm focused entirely on what's on the other side. Behind
Oh, okay.
Everything.
Just keeping an eye on him.
Keeping an eye on
That's
him.
cool.
Puckle across the ropes.
Why are you watching me?
Puck, you go across. Make a... Let's make another athletics roll, and let's go ahead and do it with advantage due to the rope situation you guys have set up.
16.
16's pretty good. And Olgrim, you can see he's doing pretty well. You're not sure if he's going to quite make it. Make a perception roll with advantage, Olgrim. Doesn't count.
Making a roll with perception.
Perception,
advantage.
please.
I rolled a 19 or a 19. Which would you
Wow. Let's take the 19 plus whatever.
like? 22 in total.
You see there are 3 ratmen sneaking out from that tunnel behind Elmon you've been watching. These are not the same 3 ratmen that you saw before.
Okay.
They have crossbows out. They are hunkered down in the shadows. They are lining up beautiful sneak attacks on Elmon from behind, but you were watching for it, and you've got a brief moment 60 feet away to do something.
So I do this, and I've been working with Elmon on this.
And Puck, you're halfway across, right?
I've got this nice shiny armor. I'm tinking on the side of my bracers
Okay.
to get his attention, staring at him, and then pointing behind him and giving him like a 3 signal of possible incoming attack.
All right.
Oh, look, you.
I just shrugged, not understanding.
I don't speak armor.
I know there's 3 of you crossing. I can count.
No, over.
Right, so Elmon is...
Look at me! Look at me! Look at me! Over here!
He takes so much time. He could have already described the ratmen, where they are, some tactical solutions, but he's making all these stupid noises.
Oh god!
Everyone's across it, just looking at him. Even the rats have left at this point, and he's still making... Never mind. 3 words. Elmon, What do you want to do?
Well, geez. I will, taking the cue, kind of trying to be nonchalant about it, see if I can spot the whatever danger is being pointed out by Olga.
Okay, so you're kind of like horror movie, slowly turning your red behind you.
Yeah, but not like horrified, more just, I guess, sort of, again, nonchalant. Not trying to give up the fact that I know they're there.
Okay.
And he's just, screw it, I just shoot whatever's going.
Yeah.
You need a pair of the cycling glasses where you can see what's behind you.
Yeah.
On your left.
Nonchalantly kind of look to your right and a little further over your shoulder. You can see some movement in there, and two of them fire at you.
Awesome.
By the time you are doing that. However, they do not get huge sneak attack bonuses on you.
That's good.
Their attack is a crossbow has been fired at you. A 20.
That'll hit.
And a 17.
That will also hit.
You've been hit for 7 plus 7 piercing damage.
Ouch.
You are hit.
I will return fire if I may.
You may not. We may roll initiative.
That's my sentiments exactly.
And
what was the movie we were just referencing? I totally forgot.
Three Amigos.
Amigos.
That's it. That's the one.
One of the ratmen goes first. He fires his shot and misses.
Yay.
He misses. He's one of the guys that hit you. He fires again and misses. And Elmon, you're next.
Yay.
You are pretty fast.
Fast crank on those crossbows.
They're auto repeating Chinese.
That's their racial
He
ability.
flips it to semi-automatic.
Are they basically side by side with each other? Are
silencer.
they-
They're almost like comedian style, three guys around the corner with one head low, one head above him, one head above him, all just kind of like the top two are using the bottom guy for cover type of a thing.
I'm going for the bottom guy then.
All right.
At
Is
least
this a Halo map? They're just stacked on top of each other? And
at least with my first attack.
Okay.
That'll be a 23,
Is a hit.
and they will take 7 points of damage.
All right.
On the first shot. And
Shooting the same guy?
is it dead?
Nope.
touch my die.
Yeah, no. I'm gonna shoot somebody else.
Guy number two, right
yeah.
above him? All right.
Yeah. 11 to hit.
I don't think that is
Hold on, 12. Nope, 13. Jeez, I have plus
Gotcha.
9, so yeah, that's 13.
Misses.
Ooh, darn, because that would have been max damage too.
13?
Yeah.
I was even going to give you, if you were really close, I would let you hit another one, but that wasn't, no, missed. Shing, misses. Avius, you want to do something?
Avius Catorum!
Fireballs just.
He panics and just launches fireballs everywhere.
Got all the methane in here.
You are on this side, that's 40, that's 20, that's 30, you are 150 feet.
150.
No, I'm sorry, 40, 20, 30, whatever that is, 90 feet.
Okay.
The
90
audience
feet.
checks their calculators and confirm.
I want to do. Where's it?
Decide, you got 5 seconds.
I want to do
Or-
Arc Lightning.
Arc lightning?
Yeah.
Okay, does that work on the range?
Yeah.
Okay.
120.
How are you disseminating the lightning?
One firebolt each.
So level 1? All right, arc lightning goes firing out.
For a 5.
5 to this guy.
2.
5 done. 2 to this guy. He is now wounded.
And a 5.
And another 5. Couple 5s. Those are good for you. All right, all of them have been wounded. One of them's not looking so happy. Olgrim.
And then with his move, is there any cover-ish? With his move, he gets so that puck is between him and
The angle? Yeah, you do the dangling puck as cover. He's a small cover, though.
yeah. Well, I squat down.
I am covered. So Puck's in the air on this. Avius looks lined up. So I'm moving closer to Avius. Olgrim is moving closer to Avius to give him cover.
Oh, all right. Got it.
And defensively at that, if whatever announcement I need to make there.
All right. The rat man, who's pretty hurt, is going to fire back at Elmon. This is the lowest guy. He got 13.
13 would be a... I have no idea. Miss. 15.
Oh, hold on, let me double check. See if he got it. Yeah, it was a 13. All right, he fires off his crossbow. Misses. The highest located rat, fires at the spellcaster in your group, Avius, which is zapped him with lightning. He fires, and you get +5 armor class because you have heavy cover of Olgrim in front of you.
Whoa.
And you said you're hunkered down. He got a 9 versus...
Oh, no.
Yeah.
No.
You
Even
stand
my
in front of-
normal armor class
The
goes...
shot fires, but it was almost like a Nerf shot where it arcs slowly. It hits your side, and Olgrim, you just kind of step on it as it rolls underneath your foot. You shake your head dismally. Hawk, you are hanging
This is why I don't do ranged.
arm over arm with a rope at your feet and a rope at your hand like an army recruit doing the obstacle course for the
Oh,
first
that's
time.
how it is.
That's what I was thinking.
Pictured it different.
Yeah, I want to get my ass across the other side.
Just hustle? Okay. You can make just a dexterity roll overall for speed.
I don't know why I had a Tarzan rope.
a 10.
A 10. You will need one more round after this to pull that off. Ratman number 2, the middle one, is shooting at the wild-looking goblin hanging around and dancing between the lines, and he's going to have advantage on your shot. He fires and gets a 14.
Yeah, that's a hit.
His crossbow bolt hits you for 7 points. Oh, hold. Sneak attack. +3 damage when it hits a target when he has advantage. So he hits you for 10 points of piercing damage.
Is that a sneak attack?
That's a sneak attack. Counts as a sneak attack. Then Elmon, you're up.
Okay, great. More arrows go flying out.
Yeah.
They're all wounded now, right?
They are all wounded. They're all really close to each other. Badly wounded one, lowest, and they're all kind of stacked.
So which one's the least wounded?
You can't tell. You just know the bottom one's the worst.
Okay, I'll shoot the middle one.
Okay.
And that's going to be +9. That's 9 to hit. 27.
Is a hit.
The one laughing the least. is the most
A mere 7 points of damage.
Okay, he is still standing.
And then
With your
that was
Colossal?
that was with Colossus. Yeah, I rolled a 2 and a 1 for damage.
Okay.
So pretty, pretty minimal. Second shot without Colossus.
Same guy?
Yeah. And that'll be a 16,
is a hit.
12 points of damage.
Is a kill. Arrow fires, and the middle rat just disappears into the darkness of the tunnel.
And as my bonus action, I'm
Does
going
the
to
upper rat fall down?
Slots Tetris in the
Yeah.
face.
try to move to... Is there anything that I can do to assist Puck? Like, even just, like, how close is he? Can I reach out my hand? Try
Sure.
to grab him?
Yeah.
Okay. I will, as he's approaching, kind of try to lean out and kind of,
Okay.
You could shoot the other end of the rope and make him swing.
AVS, would you like to do something?
grab my hand.
So there's 2 rats left?
2 rats left.
That didn't end out so good.
No.
Sure, I'll do Firebolt
It's
one
like,
more
wait,
time.
wait.
Firebolt.
Yeah, actually, Firebolt.
Okay.
Yeah.
Spoiler warning.
How do I do that? It's been a while.
Make a spell
Ranged
attack.
spell attack. And it is 1d10. Okay.
I thought it did 2d10 now.
Fifth level.
That's right.
Ooh, yeah. Need to be doing that more often. It's nice.
Yeah, because it's free. So 18 hits.
That hits. Which ratman were you attacking? Bottom one or the top one?
The top one, the least wounded.
Okay.
But with 15 points of damage.
You kill him straight out. Big, twisting, twice as thick flame bolt comes shooting out, almost burning Puck's hands as you're hanging from it. Almost hits Elmon and does hit the Ratman, killing him, leaving the wounded one behind. Olgrim, you want to do something?
I'm waiting for my turn, so I'm still giving cover to
Just
Avius.
holding him. Okay, you're holding cover. That leaves the rat man left to go, and he scatters and runs back around the bend of the tunnel ahead.
I drop Puck and chase him. Okay.
All right. Puck, you are safely on the far side of the room. Anything you would like to do? And who's next?
Me. Avius.
Avius. Okay.
I will. I'll do cure wounds on Elmon.
All right. You lean over, put a hand on his shoulder. Golden light showers across. I don't think I like that description
wait,
at
what?
all. I'll come up with a new description later.
Golden.
I'll fix that in post.
Avius perks up.
Oh, 10
Nice.
points. 10
Wow.
points.
Wow.
Big heal.
Thank you.
And as you do that,
That's a lot of golden shower.
11 actually. Sorry.
Nice.
big heal, you guys hear just lots of old men grumbling and squealing as the ropes are just flailing awkwardly from poor old Avius. You're trying to get across. You
Athletics
need to make
advantage, right?
Athletics advantage.
So that would be...
A 1 or a 1?
Let's see, minus the 1. That's 16.
Oh, with a minus one?
Nice.
Yeah.
It takes...
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it takes
I have
uncomfortably
a,
long,
I have a
but
negative advantage.
he
Or,
does get across. Avius gets across with
Helps
just
him
a
in the
lot
end.
of fussing. And then Olgrim, the heavy Olgrim.
The tank rolls up to the edge of the cave.
The rope's sagging heavily.
the rope just sags more as you get closer.
Impossibly low. I actually just dipped down into the cave.
Beneath the channel. They can't see you for a while.
This is not good.
All right, Olgrim, you start shimming out on these ropes. You need to make an athletics roll with no advantage.
With no advantage.
He is halfway across.
Like the way you say it, you need to make this with no advantage.
It's looking a little sketchy.
A little sketchy. Excuse me. 21.
Wow.
Ooh. Confidently, nervous as all hell. You reach the other side. There's a huge side. That's like the scariest thing Olgrim's faced in a long time. Gravity. You reach the other side.
It's the tomb of goo that is awaiting me.
Like drowning? Yeah, it's drowning in that manner. But
that-
you've reached the other side.
It's just the last breath I worry about. It's not.
that just last breath. Oh,
I have to breathe in. I don't want to breathe in. Oh.
all right, you guys have lost a little bit of rope, but other than that, you're on the other side.
Make a mental note, and we need to buy some more.
Yeah. I don't think Avius has any more rope either from when we were on
Katorum Island.
Katorum Island. Yeah.
Lamenting our lost rope. Puck, where did you lose your rope? Well,
We'll have a
20
diary of lost rope. Each foot tracked.
I never lost my rope.
I think we only have 150-foot length left between the four of us.
You guys head around that tunnel. There's 2 dead ratmen there on the ground. You've clearly killed.
Give him a quick
you can hear one
frisk and anything of particular note on
Yeah,
them.
you find 7 silver on one, and on the other, you find a child's doll.
Aww. That's so sad, Elmon.
No, it's more of a Mad Max Fury Road child's doll
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
situation.
It's not. Yeah, it's not. Olgrim takes pleasure in stomping on the
Whoa.
makeshift.
Okay. I just wasn't sure where that sentence
What were you doing with the neck hole?
Stomping on the remnants of their crossbows. That
Okay.
Just making a point of just dashing
Yeah,
them into.
salt the earth. Done. You've smashed them. Maybe tossed their mini quivers down into the channel or something.
Something like that.
Cool.
Yeah.
Sounds like a Friday night.
They also are loaded with lots of little daggers. They have about 5 or 6 each. But...
Are we good to keep going?
I think so.
All right. You guys carry on.
Where's Puck? Oh, there he is.
I'm right here.
All right. Lost you in the dark. Wait, I have dark vision. I see you fine. Let's go.
You carry on, and let me go back to my thing here. Lost it. There we go. You carry on, and are you going to give a foot chase? You're going to go fast? You're going to go slow, stealthy? What's your method?
I think we
Ulgrim's
need
pacing-
to be cautious.
Yeah, Ulgrim's pacing is slow and steady.
Elmon will cast Pass Without Trace.
Since this is the first time you're casting, can you describe what that looks like?
Yes, I can. Let me read the description real quick. Just puts his hand up, one finger to his mouth, and goes shh, and everything goes kind of quiet.
Oh, yeah, like the whole world gets a little deadened.
Exactly.
Everything
Yeah.
becomes silent, as though you're under a silent spell, but then your ears become much more keen, but you can still sense there's a deadness around you.
Exactly right.
Ooh. All right, so everyone has a little bonus to stealth, a significant bonus.
Plus
to
10
stealth.
bonus to dexterity stealth checks.
That's
Huge.
Can't
How-
be tracked except by magical means.
How big are these ratmen? Are they like human size?
Oh,
Or are they stunted?
they're your size.
Okay.
Oh,
also
Maybe a couple inches taller than Puck.
taking one of their daggers, Elmon will gruesomely cut off their tails.
All right.
There is a bounty for
that's true.
rat tails.
You've cut off 2 rat tails and stuffed them in your ration pouch.
Tied him around his waist.
A
necklace.
Yeah, basically. Yeah, I mean,
All right.
they're, I guess, tied to my belt, I suppose.
Okay.
and dripping blood as you go.
Elmon
But
now
still passing
looks like a
without a
rat
trace
man with 2 tails.
Sounds good to me.
Just
It was their tails we were supposed to get, right? Okay.
You
great.
double check.
no, it was their permission, and I don't know what you're doing with knives.
Consent! Consent!
All right, you claimed a couple trophies for a bounty on Ratman tails. You follow this pipe for a while, and now you're kind of in a dry section. You can get a sense that this tunnel is spiraling down very slowly. So not like a spiral staircase, but more like a 200-foot long circular closed off tunnel, which makes no architectural sense whatsoever, but it's a dungeon, so we'll just roll with it. You descend just a little bit, and then you can hear some splashing water up ahead. And as you approach cautiously and very stealthily, you can see you have come to a burst pipe, small side pipe on this tunnel that's just gushing forth water, clean water by the smell of it, the cleanest liquid you've smelled in a while. That's pouring out and down into your tunnel, quite a bit of water, but you can still walk through it. And it pours out, flows down another 10, 20 feet into a small pool. And as you walk down close to this is a dead end of this pool. You can see that essentially this small tunnel you've been going down ends with some stairs, but it's a low point and this water is somehow collecting there.
So the stairs go down into this water.
Yes. If this pipe had not burst, you would just walk down these stairs and be into another room or something.
So there's a lot. So there's not a ton of water. It's not a deluge of water coming out of the pipe, but it's been broken long enough that
Yes.
it's filled
Oh,
this
it's
staircase.
flooded, whatever
Yeah.
is in the room.
All right.
Oh, any other paths out of this room?
No, you're not in a room. You're just at this tunnel, and there's been nothing else but pipes that you've been walking along, and you've been watching for traps. Haven't seen any traps, anything like that.
Ulgrim will try two different things. Checking to see if there's any kind of valve-related craziness that can actually terminate the water here.
Okay.
Barring that, some way to close either by blocking or even crushing the end of the pipe and trying to just reduce it to a spray or a trickle.
Make 2 investigation
You
rolls.
try to Popeye the pipe.
Pretty much, yeah. I'll make them at the same time here.
Sure. Just tell me the first one first, second one second.
Is first one will be 7. No, I used investigation 7 and then 14.
You spot a valve, and you spot a couple valves, one of which a couple squeaks, and the water back behind you does shut off, and probably pisses off some people 80 feet above you. How come half my water flow is now gone? because you're able to do that. Another interesting thing is on the stairs. So you have these stairs. So essentially, if you were walking down these stairs, if there was no water, there would be a descending ceiling in front of your face, right? That you would not want to hit your head on or anything like that. Mm-hmm. You can see on the that ceiling portion that descends down, so almost at your eye level, there is a yellow circle of paint that's been drawn on there with an yellow arrow pointing to the right.
Interesting. I try to...
It gets kind of a little faded, and you wouldn't have paid any attention, but you were looking for something else, and you just see someone's painted a yellow circle at eye level as you would have walked down these stairs, the yellow circle, and then there's a little arrow pointing off of it to the right.
I try to direct myself in that direction. There's
a wall and pipes.
Check out that wall to see if there's any kind of...
Make an investigation roll.
Yeah.
You need a 15.
I need a 15?
I'll even tell you.
Avius wants to investigate this too.
Hold on. Avius is a little keen to this as well, so Avius, do not roll.
Okay.
But Avius gives you advantage.
All right. Investigation, yes. How about a natural 20?
Oh!
Yeah.
Natural 20. How do I resolve a natural 20? Natural 20.
I found everything. Let's go.
You have a 3D hollow map of the entire sewer. Bing! And you'll still get lost on the planet of Prometheus and stay there overnight and get killed unnecessarily. That made no sense. All right.
Edit by the Game Master.
You see on that right wall, there's a section of the wall that isn't connected to the pipes, and you can see a seam matching the brickwork of a secret door, and your eyes follow, and Avi says, there, right there. And you can actually pull up on one of the valves you turned. You can actually pull up on it, and you can see there's a little connecting hinge. As you do that, the whole wall section just slightly shifts to the right a little bit. And there's a section of gooey moss type crap that was sealing it, kind of just goos apart a little bit. So this hasn't been opened in quite some time.
Well, look at what we have here.
Look at what you found.
I've seen this before. The dwarves use this all the time. Little secret passages.
I thought we were going to have to go in that water. I'm real glad we don't.
I don't know. We might still have to, but this hasn't...
Goblin's putting his finger up to my lip.
Puck does not like water.
Puck hates water.
Dwarves don't cry.
Sorry.
This hasn't been opened in some time. And I don't know where our rat friends have gone off to, but it most likely wasn't through here.
But it might lead to where they are.
Oh, could, aye.
Olgrim puts his head in the doorway and kind of checks it out with his dark visiony eyes.
The passage we were walking down continues, right? Or
it continues
down into the water.
Okay,
Yeah.
into the pool, into the stairs.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
all right.
The stairs are not off to the side.
Okay, very good.
It goes down.
I was confused.
So Olgrim poking his head into the newly opened space.
All right, you get your fingers in there a little bit, pull aside this little door. It's a little awkward because you still have these old copper pipes that are blocking that made it hard to see, but you can reach between two and start pushing this aside. The secret door side, you can see behind it is a rough-hewn cavern wall corridor type thing, straight ahead, completely different than the brick stuff you guys have been walking around in the sewer.
Okay. Before we go down there,
Look, a coin.
confirming, the water that's coming out in this area is relatively clean. Is that correct?
Correct.
Okay. Elmon will be like,
And you said the water had stopped?
You stopped the flow of the water coming out of the pipe behind you.
Has the water started receding in that particular pool? Or is it remaining?
Make an investigation roll.
I would be getting so many points.
If this was a different role-playing system.
Yes. That is an 11.
You have not noticeably, and so you're not sure if it has at all.
I say nothing, and
Elmon hands his bow and quiver over to Avius and tells him he'll be right back and dives into the water.
I'm going to put this in a safe place.
Oh, Elmon just dives in. Cool.
And I'm just going to quickly explore just a little ways down to see if, like going down the stairs, very quickly.
Okay.
How far it goes, if there's like an air bubble within, 20 feet. If not, if he doesn't run into anything pretty quickly, turn around and
There's a
swim back.
team of 12-year-olds that have been waiting for rescue.
thank God.
You.
It took me a moment. I'm like, wait, what? What sort of sick reference are you making?
Elmon, you.
This is the first decent one.
Yeah, I know. Elmon, you splash down into the water and you immediately
Regret your decision.
you're hit by cold water, but it's essentially these are stairs that you quickly get the sense, architecturally speaking, were a cheap way to get around something that was blocking the normal flow of this tunnel. So the stairs go down, there's about 20 feet, and then the stairs go back up.
Okay.
So you splash down, you can see just some stairs going up.
Okay. And very, kind of, is the water, I assume I can crest above the water on the other side.
Sure.
I will do so very stealthily.
All right.
You still concentrating on pass without a trace. Take a quick peek, take a breath, and intention is probably to turn right back around.
All right. You poke your head out. You try and not make any sound, and you're, again, pass out trace is helping for sure. You poke your head out and go ahead and make a stealth roll with that bonus.
So, do I get my normal stealth plus the plus?
Yeah.
Okay. So, basically anything other than a 1, I'm good. I rolled a
Rolled an 84.
27.
All right. I've rolled a versus over here with perception.
Okay.
You poke your head out. You put your hand in some weird yellow goo, but it's not poop. It's clean water. You're fine. But you poke your head out. You don't see anything, but there is a large chamber on the other side. This is not the tunnel continuing. This is a larger chamber. You can see 40, 50 feet ahead, just at the limits of your dark vision, a bunch of barricade-style wooden structures and debris that have been set up to funnel people into one channel. So it's a wide kind of chamber, but someone has constructed a bunch of things, so there's one route you have to go through. So kind of like a crappy 5-foot fort wall, if you will, with maybe some sharp glass type stuff off the top. You can hear some squeaking and some spoken language in there that sound like ratmen to you.
Okay.
Maybe 100 feet down further in, their voices echoing off. And then you, what was the important part? You are hit for 12 points of damage as your hand is crushed by a ochre jelly that you've just placed your hand into. It is a creature. It is maybe 5-6 feet in diameter of this weird yellow goop, and it lives within this pool, and it forms around your hand, crushes it for 9 points of bludgeoning, and then does 3 additional acid damage for a total of 12 points of damage.
Can I get my hand out of that?
You yank your hand out, yes.
Okay, and I will retreat.
You retrieve a stub.
Yeah.
Make an athletics roll to prevent it from getting another attack on you.
18.
18. You swim so fast. Elmon gets out of that water crazy fast. Like Roy Scheider is yelling at him to get out of there.
What is it? What's wrong?
Ochre jelly.
Is it good on toast?
No, it's bad. I hold up my bleeding
Crushingly
flesh,
delicious.
I guess some of the flesh basically pulled off my skin hand.
Puck, take a look at that.
Let me take a look. and I'll throw
Is it coming after you?
cure wounds on him.
No, I think it's just staying there.
I have my sword out and pointing at the pool, waiting for
You're waiting.
whatever.
You can see some shadowy movement about 15 feet at the limit of what you can see in the angle of the pool, and then the movement stays on the other side. So Elmon is dripping wet on the other side of the on this side of the stairs. And what would you guys like to do?
Look at Olgrim and say, "Let's go your way."
Oh, what'd you see? What is that? I see a shadow.
Some sort of ooze attacked me. It was terrifying.
Ooze?
And the
Ooze did that?
I had that happen once, and penicillin works great.
Oh. Shudder. And explaining the room, there's a just beyond 20 feet. You can come up. There's air. There's a chamber, and then there's barricades and barriers to funnel anybody coming towards. Basically, it's a classic kill zone, I suppose.
Do you think there are rats up there? Ratmen?
Yes, I definitely heard some chatter.
But this ooze is stopping us?
It's in the water.
It's bitey ooze.
Yeah, it's nasty.
All right, you don't say we go
look at
this
my
way then.
hand.
He's got acid burns on his hand. I'm
perfectly
not
healed,
going into that
buddy.
water. Not going into that water.
I have no idea how to
All
deal
right,
with that.
we don't go this way then.
Find a way around.
Squeezes his way into the chamber with that we had just opened.
All right, the side chamber.
Side chamber.
Olgrim, you squeeze between.
Can I have those back? I take my bow and
Oh, yeah.
quiver back.
No.
Olgrim, you squeeze between these pipes and push that secret hidden door fully wide open and walk down this rough-hewn, cavernous rock corridor, followed by the rest of your group.
Rough hewn, though. So taking it slow
Okay.
and paced, because I'm expecting something here, but trap related. So I'm taking it slow and looking.
All right. And we still have Pass Without a Trace. That's concentration. You took some damage, so
Yeah.
you need to make a roll. 10 or higher, Constitution modifier does help.
10 or higher. Nope, we do no longer have Pass Without a Trace.
All right.
But that solves the other problem. I'm gonna tap Puck on his back as we're walking, casting Cure Light Wounds on him.
Oh.
On Puck.
On Puck for 5 points of damage.
All right.
You heal me, I heal you.
Pretty much.
Thanks.
And I'm the only one not taking damage.
Thanks, Mr. Elf.
Don't mention it.
You walk down
Never
this
talk about it
corridor. Again, it has none of the architectural styles of the sewers at all. There's no brick. It's rock. You walk for a distance, and it descends sharply with steps. These are not nice square steps. These are like hiking trail type steps where it's just roughly cut out of the rock. It's not necessarily even, but you descend and you descend. You descend for a while. You descend probably for a good 150 feet down that you're going in this lone, and this is this lone corridor. And this corridor is narrow so much that it would inhibit medium or larger size weapons, but it's also abnormally tall, so I'll take that back. You can just swing over your head, Tyler. Okay. So it's like maybe a 20-foot tall but narrow corridor of, again, rough-hewn rock.
Doesn't feel
Does it seem like the ceiling remains a constant and it just gets higher and higher the lower we go? Or does it seem to have a steady gradient down with us?
It stays with you. Stays those
with
20
you. Okay.
feet the
All
whole
right.
way.
This doesn't seem like this is heading towards the chamber I saw. Does it? It doesn't feel like we're. I mean,
No,
by
not in
description,
any
it
way.
sounds- Okay.
This was the only way that I found. Are you saying don't go this way either?
I'm not saying that at all.
You want to head
I'm just
back?
saying that's not heading towards the chamber I saw.
I saw a marking, and it pointed this way. I'm following it.
I mean, just an observation.
We'll be ready to run if things go badly.
And continue
That's
on down.
why I'm in the
Right.
back.
You continue down, and you can see up ahead, down below, I guess, and ahead, light. Not daylight, not torchlight, not lantern light, and you've had experience with it before. It's just some sort of long-lasting, permanent magical light.
Was it the same hue, perhaps, as when we were down below the seamstress's shop in the dungeon area down there?
Yes.
Okay.
It's got a dirty grayish hue, so it's like a really soft light bulb.
Mm-hmm.
It's not bright, it's not warm. It's there though. It fills the you can see the stairs down at the bottom clearly, and you're approaching and getting closer and closer.
Stupid energy-saving bulbs.
Avius is getting excited and standing on his tiptoes as we keep going down.
I will endeavor to
His detect magic
soften
rod
my
is
footsteps.
getting hard.
So what's that, Olgrim?
To soften my footsteps as I get closer and closer.
You
Actually, starting now, slowing my pace even more, but trying to go stealthy.
Glowing blue at the tip.
right. You go stealthily. Go ahead and make a stealth roll, Olgrim. Actually, everyone make stealth rolls. And we're looking for half the party passes or not.
10.
3.
7.
8.
And a ball of the four of you goes rolling down the stairs. All right, you guys you're being stealthy, but you had been bickering, argue about going back or not, just like 10 feet before you reach the bottom is the problem.
All right, so now we'd be quiet. Okay.
He turns around. There's a dragon right there. You walk down these stairs and they come to an end. They end in a large cavern. Think of, if you would, a city avenue type of a thing. So enough for a shop on the left, shop on the right type of a thing. Goes some distance, a couple 100 feet straight out. It's a good 50 feet tall. It is made up of, again, rough-hewn rock, all on the sides and the ceiling. The rock here, though, is very dark in color compared to the more natural colored rock that you came down. You're not sure why. The room is dominated by structures. There are 6 towers to your right built into the wall. These are small, smallish cylindrical towers, maybe 30 feet in diameter, that are half built out of the wall. They are 30 feet tall, and there are 6 of them evenly spaced. There are 6 more evenly spaced on the other side, and then there's a larger, fatter one on the far side of this room.
And we can all see this in that glowing dim light? Okay.
And that light is emanating from the ceiling. There are 3 continual light emanating regions of light orbs that are in this on the ceiling that are slowly just rotating in the center of this area. So it's generally well lit with this dull gray light, but there's enough of a movement that there are just occasional shadows that just move around slightly. You can see these towers have staircases on the side that kind of curl up around, because they're cylindrical, that curl up a little bit to the doorways that are accessible only on the 2nd floor. So you can't access the bottom, you can't access the top. They're all almost identical. There are some windows up at the top, and there are openings. So if you were to go up the stairs, there's a door, and if you were to go in, there would be, facing this the chamber's center, there's a huge cut. Imagine where there might be a great glass window or something like that. Someone could have a living room and see a great glass window, look out into this avenue, except there's no glass. It's just this cut of this stone. These buildings are all made of a beige stone that completely contrasts to the rest of the chamber. You don't see any bricks or anything. They look like they're somehow solid beige weird stone. The ground is paved also with these beige stones with big squares that are perfectly even, which contrast weirdly against the natural cut black rock. And perception rolls for everyone and 2 for Puck. 2 different ones for Puck.
Can I, using my, I don't know if it involves this roll, but can I use my stone cunning to make determinations on the rock, my dwarven knowledge of stone?
To know what?
To know the reason why the stone is black or what type of stone it is.
Yeah.
How it got that
you can make a 2 rolls for yourself. One for my request, a second one for the stone sense.
So first perception. It's a 5. And then
this is the stone one.
This is the stone one. In the middle.
Or you roll it, keep it on your hard service.
With my would be
investigation. Okay.
If I use the stone cutting, it uses history.
Oh yeah, do that.
Okay, so then this will add 6, so 22.
Okay. What are some of the other perception rolls we have?
My first one was a 6. My second one was 17.
All right.
7.
20.
Hold on.
Oh, non-natural 20.
Non-natural.
All right. So, Puck has sensed something. Olgrim has identified something.
This place is empty.
And Avius has identified something. Who wants to sense first?
I'm first. So.
You're first. You can identify that the rock walls that are blackened are the exact same composition of the natural rock you've walked through, but have somehow changed color. So it's not a natural color, but it doesn't look like paint either. You're not sure.
Oxidized or something.
And you can also identify the beige stones on the ground and that are made up of the towers, you're guessing, off and to the sides, as a variation of a sandstone style. So it kind of has that dusty, gritty.
Okay.
That is totally not of this region.
This is very interesting. And
who else? Who's
Who's
next?
next? Who's next?
Puck
in
was
line?
next.
Puck is.
Puck. You don't see anything out of the ordinary, but you feel a little odd. What was your roll?
My first one was 6, and my second one was 17.
17. You sense there is a slight disruption to your natural magic that is emanating from throughout this room, and you will be -2 to any of the results of your healing spells. It just feels not right for natural.
That's
magic.
minus. I guess I don't. Yeah.
This is not natural. This doesn't belong here.
pointing at the beige stones.
This is all wrong. This isn't even early city.
Avius, you see in the second tower to your right, you've got this beige sandstone-ish 3-story tower, this window up at the top, this slit, long slit that goes almost the whole half radius of the tower. In that slit, you see a bright white pair of eyes watching you from that slit.
How big is the slit?
It's 7 feet.
And how big are the eyes in the slit?
Normal
Okay.
size.
But they're just these two glowing white eyes.
Yep. And then what was your roll? 20.
20, total 20.
And then you see the same thing in the second tower to the left, and in the third tower to the left, and in the fifth tower to the right, and then it ends up being on all 6 on the left and all 6 on the right, and nothing on the far larger one at the far end.
Okay.
Oh, I see, somebody's watching us.
You guys can peer, you can kind of see what he's talking about, but you're not sure.
I don't see anything.
You're last. Your perception.
Oh yeah, it was 7. I see nothing.
Oh.
He sees nothing.
Oh yeah, you really do see nothing.
Yeah, there's nothing here. Nothing
He's just
strange.
staring back
Let's
up the
go,
way
guys.
And then, so that light. Okay.
Should
This
we
is-
proceed? See what happens?
I don't think we're gonna find any ratmen here. I think.
Or nothing
we've
but
wandered
ratmen
into-
here. It could be full of ratmen.
I feel like we've wandered into some of the kind of undercity thing that we keep hearing about.
There's a pair of eyes watching us from each of those towers. Do you see them?
No. I see nothing.
He just pushes your head away.
I don't believe it.
There's a center construct to this room, a thick tower,
At the farm.
It's at the
At
end.
the far end.
far end. So it's just this empty space in the middle.
Yep. Lined with, paved with stones. Big
Avius
stone.
walks to the front of the party.
I have this rancor feeling right now.
All right, Avius, you step in front of Olgrim.
Hello there!
Your voice does not echo at all. It seems very deadened in sound. And you see one of the pair of eyes blink away and just darkness in that tower.
We come in peace, and we're merely explorers. Where are we?
You are responded to with deafening silence.
Well, we know we're below the city, under a sewer. Don't know what else we can expect to find down here. I'm very curious what these towers are.
Well,
Start heavily walking over to the first
don't
tower.
be hasty now. There's somebody in those towers.
Well, I'm going to go say hi.
Oh god.
All right, Olgrim's walking over to Tower 1 on the left-hand side.
Can't be rude. Wait, are you telling me we're in danger? I don't feel danger.
I
It's a
don't.
big empty room.
I don't know. They're not answering us.
Knock on it.
Knock on what?
I don't know, the tower.
I will. I'll get close to the tower and I knock on it.
All right, you are at the base of the tower. There are some steps that are cut out of the same stone that go up to the second floor, and you're at the perfectly smooth bottom wall.
Am I the only one doing this, or
No, I'm right behind.
Everyone else is 50 feet away.
Puck
Right
is
at the
right-
Avius does
right
never
behind
miss
you.
a chance at a perfectly smooth bottom.
Yeah, I'm following as well.
Elmon is not excited.
Let's
Not even a little bit.
Grim, let's go up the steps.
Right? Let's go say hi. And if there are ratmen up here, we're doing our jobs.
And I don't think we're running into ratmen here.
Never
You
know.
know something you're not telling me.
Suspicion. This is not the sewers anymore, Dorothy.
Whatever bit you must have taken a bite out of your courage too, there, Elmon.
Twinkling, 2 arrows go flying into the wizard. What was that?
to the sticking post it is. All right, Olgrim begins
All right.
making his way up. He's
our funeral.
while he's walking up, he's not paying attention to what's in front of him, the danger that could be in the tower, the dragon sitting atop it. He's staring at Elmon, who's got this weird, suspicious thing, and I'm just watching him as I step up.
All right.
And I'm just staring at him.
And Puck, where are you staring?
Ahead.
Olgrim's ass.
Yeah, that. Yep.
My splinted ass.
The two of you, Olgrim leading the way, followed by Puck, walk up these stairs. These stairs have no railing. They're just cut out of the rock and curve up to the second floor. As
No, OSHA hasn't been invented.
no, she's not here. As you walk
Oh
up,
shit, it's everywhere though.
Puck, you can see as you're looking around and focus where you're heading, you can see a pair of eyes not 20 feet away, these bright, shiny eyes in that darkness of the second floor, right where you're heading. You're going kind of around to the side. Your eye level is just reaching kind of the slit edge, and then you can see the eyes just kind of close and move towards the door where you guys are headed. And Olgrim, you are there. You are next to a door. It is a door that is also made of this stone. It has a half circle cut where you could get your hand in and somehow move the door.
And I mean, I am following them, but I'm like turned around on the stairs, kind of my bow down, but arrow out, and kind of just like kind of watching the other towers. And
Make a perception roll.
8.
8.
I swear there's nothing here.
Nothing there.
But I'm really spooked. But I don't see anything.
Maybe it's just not followed them.
You're staying at the bottom of the tower.
Yeah, he's just watching from afar.
All right.
Just watch his hand pop out, grab Olgrim, pull.
All right, Olgrim, what do you want to do?
Peer into this hole. I'm not very happy with having to reach into anything, so.
All right. You peer into the hole. You can see there is darkness. That's your dark vision quickly gets accustomed to and can see a shape of a strange Spartan meeting space or a home. You're not sure. There's no furniture, but there are cuts made of stone that have the weird large brush strokes of furniture. So there's a cut along the interior wall where stuff could be stored or someone could sit. There's something of a table that's just a block of stone that's been cut out of this. That's the kind of the general shape. You see no dressings, there's no pictures, there's no wood of any kind. You don't see anyone in there. It's just a really dark room that you can see with your dark vision.
Putting my ear and trying to listen for breathing or movement.
Make a perception roll.
Get out. Time to go. Perception. Natural 20.
Wow! Incredible. Some good rolls.
Are they, though?
Ignorance is bliss.
I think I'd take the 1 and just... Yeah, okay. I'm gonna leave.
You hear the following, and I don't know the exact verbiage, but it's something along the lines of speaking over and over again, very close to where this hole is, like within 8 feet, just out of view.
Olgrim takes a step back. I don't think we want to go through this door.
Buck, you're there.
Why not?
I hear something that's not natural. Not common.
He just starts rattling off some languages.
Not giant. Not this, not that. It's unsettling.
Should we keep going or go back?
I don't know if this place is meant for us. I'm gonna say we go back.
Elmon, you're right there too. You can hear this.
I'm with Dwarf. I can hear the chanting.
Make a perception roll.
Yeah, right. No. 6.
You were
Taking
just
my
so
word for
oblivious.
You can kill an army at 300 yards.
Are we still in the sewer?
Oh my god.
You should be the Avius with just the bow.
Right.
Did Puck hear it?
You can also make a perception roll. Just,
No, only I heard it. Everyone trust me.
10.
Nope.
Oh, see,
I think he's making it up.
When he gets scared, I hear there's a voice, yes.
It's chanting. It's in a weird language, I swear.
It's just broccoli. You can eat it. He stomps his feet.
It doesn't bite back.
Can I be excused?
Oops, knocked my plate on the floor.
Don't feed it to the goblin.
Can I petty broccoli?
Well,
All right.
Grim, if you want to go back, let's go back. I didn't hear anything, but I trust you.
There could be anything behind this door, but what I heard chills me to my bones.
Those are weird eyes, too. I don't know what it was, but nothing I've ever seen before.
And it's drying my throat out. I don't know what's going on. Run away!
It's a big dehumidifier. That's what the sound is.
Ventilate him.
What would the three of you like to do? You're very close, by the way. You've gotten closer and closer on these stairs.
I'll kind of give Elmon a little nudge to get going.
All right, well, start heading back down the stairs, I guess.
Leave this well enough alone.
Avius, you are down at the bottom, and you don't hear exclamations of exciting treasure found or look at this. You hear no signs of battle. You just see your three friends quietly returning in reverse order.
Backwards.
I find this interesting, and I want to start heading towards the large column at the end where I saw no eyes.
Okay. Where's
the wizard going?
Avius is walking away and walking down the middle of the avenue.
Avius, where are you going?
Oh, I'm going to the one at the end. It seems to be empty.
Some of the things here that they don't feel natural.
I don't feel a thing. Really, you hit me anywhere, I won't feel it.
This has been dead for years.
Does the passage keep going past these pillars, or is this the end? This is like the end of the road as far as we can see.
You're not sure, but there's something odd about the floor on the far side around that structure. But you can't quite see it from your angle.
That would be the opposite end of where this large pillar is.
No.
No, where it is.
Oh, okay. Convenient.
Don't question the design of this place.
I'll go get the wizard. I think we should probably get out of here.
I think I'd rather deal with an ooze than whatever's hiding in the dark here. It's not meant for us.
Puck?
I go after Avius and get up to him and
cover them.
Tug on his robe and motion.
There's no bells ringing here, Puck. Come with me.
No,
Elmon, you see eyes return back on left tower 1 and are following.
Let's go back.
Finally see something?
Yep.
Oh my god, I'm so excited.
And they're following Puck's movement.
Let's go back.
Oh, no, let's explore. We're here. We might as well document. I bet there's kobolds.
He gets a map and starts writing K.
This is not a good place. We gotta go back. No, but look at... The other two weren't too scared to come get you. Look at them over there.
They're clutching each other.
Hold me.
It's like Scooby-Doo and Shaggy.
Yeah,
I wish I could quit you.
We're the brave ones. We gotta help our little friends.
We're brave, and so we must explore.
No, let's go back. We can come back here another time.
Come with me. Come on.
And I keep heading toward the tower.
He pulls his robe free from your hand and walks further away. So essentially we've got this Spartan wide avenue with weird gray lights slowly circling above, deathly quiet, and the old wizard walking further away, Puck standing in the middle.
I look back.
This
is the beginning of a villain.
I look back at the
story. Elmon, with each step, is like pulling the shoulder off his robe. Preparing.
Puck looks back at the elf and the wizard and shrugs his shoulders, and the elf and the dwarf, and shrugs his shoulders and then follows Avius.
And that's how the group lost their wizard.
Good lad.
It's kind of 50-50 at this point. lose either.
What do you want to roll to see if we go?
All right, Olgrim and Elmon, you two there are kind of stunned. Your jaws kind of drop to the floor a bit as you see them continue.
What are you doing, Avi? And realizing I'm shouting probably when seeing eyes now, I start in my split mail stomping over towards...
I want to explore this chamber some more.
What's the max range of your longbow, Elmon? I think
Before disadvantage.
Yeah, you can double
600 with disadvantage.
you could cover that range safely from here.
Stand perfectly in the middle of
But
the
then
room.
I'd be completely alone
Right,
too, which
right.
is spooking me. I'm like, wait a couple seconds, like, I just don't want to do this.
And he kills the party.
Yeah. I mean, the wizard's the only one that's really kind of pushing this narrative here. I think I could take him in one shot. Is he wounded?
Wow.
No, in fact, I have
colossal
extra
damage
hit
on
points
him?
right now. Thank you.
I thought this was your origin story, Avius. Turns out to be Elma's.
No, I will follow.
Right now, I have more hit points than Olgrim.
What?
Nope, no.
Uh-huh.
You don't.
I do. I have
34 plus 13 does not equal more
Oh,
than 61.
yeah, sorry, that's 61. not 60.
Olgrim is a walking box of hit points.
My math is bad.
All right. So Elmon and Olgrim, you're joining him. Is that what I got out of it?
Yes.
So the marching order I now have is Avius, Puck, Olgrim, Elmon.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Elmon's always in the rear.
This
Did you
is
want to
gonna
detect
be
magic
bad.
with your staff? You're kind of in the center of the...
I was debating. Yes, I will.
The whole group just in unison. Bing!
And how many charges does it have?
I have 3.
All right.
3 fresh charges.
You activate with the command word, and the staff gives off a dull blue light. Bing.
Perfect. Just what I was expecting. I think there's magic here.
You always think that. I'm starting to doubt your stuff.
You didn't say that last night.
Have you seen enough?
No. I want to know who these things are.
Ask them.
Well, I tried and they won't answer me.
Are you gonna go up in this big tower?
I am.
Avius, they speak a language I could not understand.
I speak some languages that you don't understand too.
It's terrifying.
No.
honestly.
Knowledge is power, my friend.
If you're gonna go up, I'll go with you, Mr. Wizard.
Thank you, dear Puck.
Avius is close enough to start going upstairs.
Yeah, you are approaching the far side of this large chamber. Before you, again, half sticking out is this cylinder tower stone, if you will, just like the other ones, but maybe 3 times the diameter, so bigger, but still just 3 stories. It has not 1, but 2 sets of stairs that curl around. And the tiled stones I mentioned continue to the base of that tower, except on the corners of this whole giant chamber, the last 20, 30 feet are missing of the floor. That was the weird, you couldn't quite see what was going on the floor there. So essentially what you have is, I'm trying to describe it, you've got a solid floor all the way, and then a small little last edge that connects to the base of this tower with a drop on either side of that goes down. So as you approach, you can see it's not necessarily a pit on either side. It's a heavily sloped, like 80, 75 degree slope down, cut very smoothly, that actually cuts under this stone section that you're walking across. So you're actually walking across a small bridge of these sandstone type things. And then again, no railings, little OSHA safety stuff of this huge drop that just descends farther than you can
And
see.
we can't. Okay.
And so as I'm climbing up one set of these stairs,
Yes.
I'll go left, I guess.
Left.
I'm just not yelling, but just out loud in deep speech saying, we're just here exploring. We mean no harm. We want to meet you.
What language?
Olgrim, you can
Don't know.
you can hear what he's saying. You can't understand what he's saying, but you can understand that it's not matching what you heard before, by the way.
That's not the language I heard.
Then
Very good, thank you.
I try again in primordial.
Okay.
Hey, speak up. Can't hear you.
That one's much more guttural and harsh sounding when he speaks it, and does not match also.
No.
No?
That's not it either.
I try, or Orgrim tries to mimic it, but
It's a lot more whispery, like...
and I try to whisper the words that I think are.
We are coming in peace.
We have money and food.
Well, I don't think it is, but I'll try one more.
And draconic.
Okay. You don't get any response. That one is that sound also has a little bit more of a bark and hissing sound to a lot of the words that does not match what you heard earlier either.
Nope, that's not it either.
You are walking
I
across
think you're
this.
making fun of me.
I'm saying things like Olgrim has short. Olgrim has a big head.
You're walking across this span, this bridge type thing, and then taking the left stairs, you said.
Yeah.
Okay. Same marching order. Bum, 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 bum. You go up, so then Avius, you have reached the top of these stairs, which is at the second floor of this tower, and there is a door there that is made of this stone, and there's a small half circle cut in the side. What do you want to do?
The thing that sucks for Olgrim is it takes 10 minutes to take off his armor to run.
And you run at what, like 20 feet?
20 foot.
I knock on the door.
Okay. You knock on the door. You get no response.
Perceive anything, hear anything behind the door.
You get quiet and you listen. Make a perception roll. Perception roll.
That would be a 21 total.
You hear a sound of emanating magic.
Ooh.
A continuous sound.
The hum of a transformer.
Yeah, that kind of a sound where it's just going, just going and going.
Okay.
Nope, that's not it either.
Then I proceed to see if the door will push open. I'd rather push it open.
Before
push,
he does that.
he reaches out a hand and Olgrim stuffs him.
A heavy-handed dwarf palm goes on your chest.
Are you sure about this?
Well, not 100%, but nothing's happened to us so far.
I take my hand off his chest.
All right.
But the distinct sound of my sword coming out of the sheath happens too.
All right.
Yeah.
You push on the door, Avius. It does not push.
Okay. So then I pull.
You reach your hand into the hole.
Just along the. along the. I use the friction
Proper answer's no.
of my fingertips on the cutout, not going in, but
All right, just on the edge,
friction,
the lip.
yeah.
You are unable to pull.
Try sliding it.
Ooh.
Don't give him ideas.
We could have walked away.
I do so.
You feel it gives slightly, sliding in, but then it stops. You need to get your whole hand in there to get leverage.
All right.
Do it. Put your hand in there.
Commitment required.
Who's with me? I need a couple of
I'm right behind you.
extra hands.
Nope. It's only big enough for one. Put your hand in
I
there.
wouldn't use your casting hand.
Here we go. I position however I need to stand to either pull or to
All right.
push, and I have that.
You reach your hand in, you pull, and the door slides grindingly, taking all of your might to do it, and it gets all the way to the other side. You are now facing an open doorway. There is darkness before you, except you still have a torch out, Puck?
No.
Nope.
But I have dark vision.
He does not.
Yeah.
I don't.
Okay.
Yeah.
Then, Avius, you see...
Elmon will have a torch.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, there should be light. The wizard
Yeah, all
The
three of you
brave
have
wizard.
dark division,
They do.
don't you guys?
You're the one who doesn't.
should have some light accessible.
Apparently, you bravely navigate the dark there. Don't worry about opening the door when it's dark beyond. We who keep telling you no,
You know,
see the dark.
it's dark outside to me all the time. I need to get that cataracts taken care of.
Avius, you see there is a dark room before you. There is some torchlight, a couple heroes beneath you down the stairs that Elmond is holding, so he doesn't have a good angle of it. And in this dark room, you can see some rough outlines of cuts in the stone and furniture-style stuff that I mentioned before. But this, where I mentioned Olgrim, but this one has a larger, more amphitheater style to it. The third floor is missing and is just open space, and there are multiple cuts for multiple people to sit or things to be placed. And in the center is an area of absolute darkness, a ball of darkness with weird tendril type things that spurt out like little sunbursts that you might see that twist around it, and the whole thing is just slowly revolving, giving off this magical emanating noise, and little things just go off of this ball slowly in the center. And when you open the door, the sound got louder.
All right, can we go now?
Go touch it, wizard.
He's our friend, Puck. Take it easy.
Wow.
Touch can't hurt.
I was thinking like throwing the torch like Ace Ventura style in the cave.
I approached the orb.
Okay, you step in the room and you're approaching the orb. And anyone falling behind, staying at the doorway, covering them?
I'll be behind him. Puck will be behind him.
Okay,
Covering these two.
I'll cover the doorway.
all right. Puck, you see as Avius is carefully approaching the sphere. The sphere is about,
So
let me see, it's about 4.5 feet tall. And then it's about 3 feet off the ground, rotating around. And you can see it. You're watching Avius. Avius, you're kind of focused, thinking about what spells to cast. You can see out of the corner of your eyes, Puck, a shape of darkness of a figure. It is a person that is, I use that term loosely, a head with a billowing wispiness underneath it of cloak, dark, shadowy magic. It has bright eyes. It has a silverish crown across its head, and it floats very, very silently, slowly, but silently towards Avius. Reaches out and touches Avius. Avius, you feel a tremendous pain from your right arm and can see this strange eye-face crowned head looming about a foot over you, and it's saying this whispery voice,
There you go.
and
Uh-oh.
Oh, Jesus.
That's a lot of dice.
you take 22 points of necrotic damage.
Didn't
Counterspell?
sound like that was ending.
No, not a spell, and make a constitution save.
Jesus.
How much went through his shield?
Oh, all of it went through his shield plus 9 more.
So 9 got through the shield. Okay.
What am I?
Constitution save.
10.
10. That 9 points of damage that got through his shield, that also comes off of his maximum hit points as well. You feel drained and your arm turns dark in pain. Your veins turn blackish and you cry out in pain.
Ow!
Right then. And, come, Puck! And I grab
Yeah.
Avius and heave him over my shoulder and try to get him out of
Oh, okay.
Okay, we're not messing with this.
Olgrim, you may make a dexterity roll. Actually, no, make an initiative roll is what I want you to make.
Initiative.
Yeah.
Isn't that your job?
Yeah, but we're doing it out of sequence, so go ahead and roll it.
13 with my +1 initiative.
Okay. You are able to grab onto Avius, grab him, pull him out with Puck's aid, and do so as the creature reaches out for Avius a second time, but you're able to pull out the wizard out of the creature's grasp. You fall back towards the door. The creature silently glides towards you.
Sorry to disturb you.
Can someone please close the door?
Elmon, hearing that, turns. I'll take one of the Elnoran arrows and...
No. No. Let's get out of here.
Yeah.
Don't piss it off.
All right. Well, I stand. I'm holding the door, waiting for them to go, and then I'll close it behind.
And then, Avius, you want to yell or do anything as they've lifted you off the ground and are just hauling you out?
Yep, Puck did.
The little goblin.
What is it?
Must touch.
They are all outside the door, Elmon.
I will slide the door closed.
The door you grab onto, you start trying to slide it closed, and this thing is coming closer and closer. Make a strength roll. It reaches out with a hand.
13.
And you get it closed, back away, and you are all outside the room on the stairs, and you were able to get the door closed, but then you see its fingers go through the door.
It's coming.
Let's go.
Run away.
All right.
Run away.
You're running, Puck. Your movement's in half if you're still holding on to the frail wizard.
Oh, no. Not if Ulgrim has them, no.
Ulgrim, your movement will be cut in half if you're still holding on to the old
If
wizard.
no one else is holding him and he can't walk, then yes.
Am I mobile?
You are mobile.
I'm fine.
He walks back in and opens the door.
He is on his own.
You have my modified AC noted as well, right?
Yep.
Okay, just checking.
Let's go.
Okay.
Actually, I don't, but I roll crazy high.
Okay.
All right, enough of that. Let's go.
Elmon's staying in the back of the group, kind of covering.
Okay. So you guys are hustling down the stairs. Elmon's going backwards down the stairs with bow out.
Yeah.
You can see this shape go past through the door. This ghostly dark shape
He goes through the door, he opens the door.
passes through the door as though the door was not there.
Oh, Lord.
Are we faster than it is?
You are faster than it.
You are.
Okay, can I help Ulgra move faster?
You
Butter your foot.
yeah, you can stop focusing on that thing and turn around and start trying to aid Ulgrim.
Yeah, keeping an eye on it, trying to kind of,
No, you got to make a decision. You can help Ulgrim, or you can keep an eye on the creature.
keep an eye on the creature.
All right. Puck, you are leading the way off of these steps. By the time you hit the bottom of the steps, behind you, up at the stairs, you hear the whispery voice again, and it just says, and it says it really loud. And then the 3 rotating lights above slowly stop rotating. And then you can see on tower number 2 on the right, a similar looking creature phase out from the 2nd floor and slowly lower down to the avenue.
Shit.
Down! Let's go down!
For the record, I want to be a mug next.
You want to go down there?
Down the hole!
No. No.
They grab you again and carry you off.
Yeah.
Just exploring. It's like an M. Night Shyamalan type thing, or you're just trying to kill yourself.
What's the plan? Elmon's watching the rear. This guy is coming down the stairs slowly.
Puck is going to turn into a bear.
Okay.
And go towards the dwarf and kind of lower my haunch and like kind of motion for him to get on top of, like, ride me.
All right, everyone passes by. Avius, you pass by Puck. I assume heading towards the way you came in. On the other side.
I'm heading
Can
back.
I have a
towards
blue
this-
handicap sticker at the back of my or something?
You go past Puck, who's casting some sort of spell. Behind you, Puck, you morph into the shape of a large bear. Olgrim, you slowly catch up and see this bear making some sort of motioning noise growl towards its haunches.
Don't argue with a bear. I don't think you can hold all this. And climb up onto the bear.
All right, what's the bear's movement speed?
40 feet.
Oh,
Jesus.
all right.
Wait. Aren't you half then carrying me or something?
No, it won't be like that.
Oh,
He's a bear.
He's a big-ass bear.
And Elmon, you're behind the rear, and
Well, yeah, with
yeah.
that, we're moving faster than the creature behind us, correct?
yep.
There's another one coming out from the side, right?
No.
Just coming down the stairs.
No. There are 12.
Yeah.
Oh,
Every single tower.
old
now,
towers. You said tower number 2.
Things have changed. Every single tower now has had
Everyone just looks at me.
these things come out.
Looking at Avius's back, this is still thinking about it.
Like this last neuron arrow is taking you down before I go down.
Yeah, I'm gonna just pick a side and try,
Their side would probably be best.
and
I'm with you guys.
running.
Yeah.
Does it feel like we can make it?
You're just starting right now. Avius, what's your move speed?
Movement.
I think it's on the. I think it's 30.
30.
30. Okay. So you're. Are you walking reluctantly?
No. At this point, I'm starting to understand the gravity of the situation, and
Going
I'm
fast.
Yeah.
You're running quickly. Your robe flapping in the wind behind you.
Yes, it is.
You are quickly surpassed by a galloping bear with a one-legged dwarf riding it.
I should be terrified, but I'm not.
And Elmon, what's your move speed? 30?
5.
35.
Yes.
Okay.
However, I am
There's always an however.
I am staying, like, I'm still taking up the rear. I'm not going past Avius. I'm gonna I'm still covering, and anything that gets too close, I will shoot at it.
Okay. Olgrim, to answer your question, as you are galloping and riding this bear, Puck, you can essentially see these two lines of spectral creatures closing in, and based on your movement, you feel confident you'll be able to get out thanks to Puck's help.
You and Puck, though.
I know.
And you're galloping, you're galloping.
35.
I know.
Elmon, you are running fast, pretty darn fast, but you still have some reserve energy because you're not going full speed. You're right next to Avius, who's going as fast as he can, squealing a little bit as he runs. You are not so sure you will make it.
If we get out of this, I'm going to kill you.
You are not so sure you're going to make it. So there may be some speed, dexterity style rolls involved.
Yeah.
If you want, Avius, you have no choice. You just have to book it as hard as you can. Elmon, you have a choice. You can stay with Avius and make the same roll he has to make, or you can go your extra bit of speed and leave him behind to gain advantage on your roll.
Just go, my friend. Just go.
If there is, I don't know if there's any way I can pull this off, but knowing it's going to be close, if I can get ahead of Avius and then basically, as we're heading towards the door, if I can just fling him through it and then jump myself, try and get.
No, you guys are just booking full speed down this avenue, and you're heading towards this tall corridor cut at the far side that you came in. And you just right now, you just have this, man, I might be able to make it if I just go. Whereas
No, I'm not going to leave Avius behind. I will.
You want to kill me yourself?
Yeah, exactly. I really do at this point. with my reserve, the fact that I still have some, I'm not 100% focused, that an Elnoran arrow is like knocked and ready to go. And as we're closing in, if like I see that we're not going to make it, then I'm going to shoot whatever's there.
Okay.
While I'm running,
Yes.
is there anything that I can perceive, or like, is there anything that's jogging my memory, like that might give me any like insight as to who these creatures are, or what they want, or...
No, you're not familiar as you're panicking and running.
Okay.
No. And if you guys want to cast any spells or anything, you certainly can. Just keep in mind that would cut your, essentially your move in half, because I'm assuming you're doing the move, if you will.
I don't think I have any spells to
Okay.
be applicable.
Close eyes. All right.
It's an instant.
You
Wince.
gallop, and you are racing, and you can just see out of the corner of your eyes these dark spectral shapes just getting closer and closer. You just run as fast as your bare legs will go, and you safely reach the other side. And Olgrim, you get off of him, and both of you are now at that corridor that has the slight stairs that go up. The tall corridor, rough-hewn corridor goes up.
I am now shield out, sword out, facing the creatures, and waiting for the others to run by.
All right, you just see they are in a perfect line. They are not arcing in or closing in around. They're just in this perfect line that are almost like marching in a marching band straight across to the center of this avenue. And
There's that one at the end taking extra fast steps because it's shorter than the others.
I can't. No.
he's got the tuba.
He's slightly rounder than.
Avius and Elmon make dex. No, we will do athletics roll for long-term running.
You would. Oh, fuck.
What did you guys get? Elmon, what did you get?
16.
16. You're doing well. You're keeping your breath up. We can make it. We can make it. And Elmon, you keep trying to encourage Elmon. And Elmon, what
I
do you
rolled a natural 1 with a -1 modifier. Elmon just stops and falls forward on his face.
Avius, you mean?
I mean, Avius.
Avius, you are running and you trip and get caught in your own robe and go spilling to the ground. And you just hear behind you, Elmon,
No, because I was right there with them.
You get 5 steps as this happens and he tumbles. You have to make a split-second decision here. You can continue on at full speed, and I will still give you advantage on the next roll you have to make, or you can stop to try and help him, which will be challenging for you guys then.
Don't do it.
Hurry up!
Don't do it.
I will help him up.
No.
Oh!
Why not just lose one party member instead of 2?
It's not the code, man. It's not the code.
Elmon, you stop. These things are closing in at maybe 20 feet away on each side, slowly coming in. You stop, run back. You help Avius up to his feet.
I skinned my knee.
I just shoved him forward.
How did I fall into a pocket?
You just see my robe just flying around.
Trying to fight you.
And the two of you continue to run. However, it is very, very narrow. Puck, Olgrim, anything? Otherwise, I'm going to go right back to him.
If I can create some sort of delay time, I run out a bit to the first group as they're coming together.
As soon as I see him start to move forward, I'm like motioning him to like get back. Like, go.
I'm still stepping forward and out.
To do what?
If they can come up even close, those next 2 that they might be in contact with, I can be there too.
Okay.
Where they're going to fold in at.
All right, you get a little too close, and the one nearest to you stops his line movement and turns and starts slowly moving towards you.
Okay.
All right, I've got one.
The
Puck
slow
as the
one.
bear will go like across the room to try to get the other last one,
okay.
and like kind of growl and like stomp my claws.
All right. This one also engages you at a larger distance than it took for Olgrim. So Olgrim, you were like maybe 20 feet away when this guy stopped and rotated. You were like 60 feet away and it sensed you and turned and moves towards you. The line continues to close in. Avius and Elmon, make athletic rolls with disadvantage, please, as time is running out. They are all reaching out hands and getting very close.
9.
14.
Okay. Elmon,
Don't have time for this.
a hand reaches out to touch you. And you dodge underneath it. However, as you get near the end of this line, one might touch you here. Let me double check. 17 to hit.
That's a hit.
It grazes you just slightly across the cheek. There is pain that ripples down through your cheek. You cry out.
You want to know what it feels like?
You take 24 points of necrotic damage. Make a Constitution save.
18.
And you shrug off the huge debilitating effects as it tries to drain at your very soul and essence, but you are in agonizing pain across your face and your right side of your cheek and your neck, and your veins there flash black for a moment. Avius, you are in a similar situation. What's your armor class?
15 right now.
I think I got you. 18 and 19.
And a 19.
Yeah.
Shit.
16, 19. You take 38 points total of necrotic damage.
I'm at 0.
All right.
He is unconscious.
Less than 0.
However,
You have a ring.
I have the Ring of Healing, which when my HP gets to 0, it kicks in for
Wow.
1d8 plus 2.
The ring from a prior adventure.
I get 6.
Wow. That is fortuitous timing.
So, Elmon, you have reached roughly relative safely as you run past the final spectral figure who turns and tries to reach out to you, but again, it's moving slowly. It's the one that was moving towards Olgrim. You turn around and do not see Avius right behind you. You see Avius has dropped to the ground. He is surrounded by 3 of these things, and he drops.
I tried.
And Avius drops dead. You then see the 3 of them are right around him. They reach out and with their hands and lock hands together. And then you see a black spectral form pull out of Avius's body and rises out to join them as one of these spirit creatures.
Am I able to shoot an arrow at not the one that's rising out?
Yeah, hold that thought for a second.
Okay.
And as that form comes out, a golden flash appears on the physical hand of Avius's ring finger, and that black soul essence from Avius snaps right back into his body, and he stands up with an alerted sound and says,
Who's ready for adventure?
And they touch it.
I take a moment.
They don't know what to do. They all raise their hands. Me?
wow.
I'll shoot an arrow into one of the 3 that are.
Fire away.
12. 22.
Is a hit.
I'm assuming they're not monstrosities.
They are not monstrosities.
12 points of damage.
12 points of what type of damage? Piercing?
Piercing.
All right, that is cut in half. They have resistance to piercing.
Okay.
Go figure.
I've got that. 12?
Oh,
You had to piss off
and
12
I had
of what
the
we're resistant
Elnoran arrow. Knock.
Okay.
So that'll actually be +3. So
15?
15.
7.
Okay.
No.
3 is not divided. It gets added on.
Yeah.
Right, yeah.
Okay. You
then
have hit one.
I would shoot again.
You can't shoot again.
It's going to be a 24 for 11 points. So I guess that's,
Same guy?
yeah,
Okay.
5 points of damage.
5 points of damage. 5 plus... What did I say before?
3.
7.
6 plus 3.
Sorry, I just don't have it
Oh,
tracked here.
before was...
Yeah. I think that's 14 total. Got it. You hit the guy. He stops and gives off another big directly at you, Elmon. And Avius, you stand up a little confused as to what's going on. They go, oh, yeah. That's what's going on.
And then I start running.
Yeah. And everyone has come to a stop. Every single creature in this room have come to an utter stop, and every single one of them are watching you. They're all just stunned at you.
I'm, so here's what I'm picturing. Peace out, bitches. Yeah, you're at the football game, and then all of a sudden there's a naked person running through, and everyone just stops and like, what the hell? And that's me. My robe has come off. And I'm just running towards the stairs now.
Now you believe yourself to be invisible.
And Avius, you run off all the heads in these creatures. They all just pivot and watch you in odd, stunned silence. There's a confused, like, guttural bear, like, off from the corner sound. No one's quite sure what's going on. There is two things of movement. One is a crazy, mostly naked wizard running through. The other is the one that you shot twice, Elmon. He is racing incredibly fast. You realize Avius is absolutely gone again. Oh, by the way, Avius, your maximum hit points is equal to what you rolled as well.
Oh, so 6?
6. You were at max hit points right now.
All right.
No, that is not true. Make a Constitution save. I will give you the Constitution save.
Okay. 15.
No, you were good.
So still at 25
You're
from my previous.
6 out of 25 is what you're at.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, good. Still bad, but good.
Or do my hit points go back to original?
No.
Okay. I'm revived, but not.
Elmon, you see he's toast. Avius is toast. This thing's going to completely easily. It's going crazy fast now, but it races past him.
Yeah. Yeah,
Elmon, run!
I run.
Okay, where are you running?
Away.
Up the stairs and out the court? All right. Elmon turns and runs. Olgrim, you see this thing is also headed right towards you. You're in the Elmon direction.
I'm concerned about Avius, who I now see is up.
He right now in this huge chamber of crazy evilness, all you hear is the little slapping of Avius's sandals.
I am
His bells against
terrified
his-
right now. I'm thinking like my standing still is helping somehow, and
Okay.
I'm like I'm waiting for him, but I'm transfixed on Avius, just moving. Keep going, keep moving.
Okay.
And then
You then stand perfectly still. Puck, what about you?
I'm gonna wait for that thing to. Well, I see the elf go past me, right? I'm assuming.
Yeah, he's maybe also 100, maybe 80 feet off to your left because you went to a corner to distract one of these.
Okay. Oh, that's right. Yeah. So I'll follow. I will follow Elmon.
All right, Olgrim. Whipping past you with absolutely no disturbance to the air is one of these spectral things, hand outstretched, chasing after the fleeting elven feet of Elmon, followed by Avius. The rest of the line of 12-ish creatures are still all just slowly pivoting and watching this what should not be standing wizard running down the corridor. And Elmon, you are up the stairs. You've left all semblance of camaraderie and helping and anything behind. You're just running like a madman, and this thing is whispering its crazy as it follows, but it stops as it gets within about 10 feet of the stairs leading out of that corridor back into the natural rock. And Puck and Olgrim, you guys are able to follow Avius the wizard and are able to scoot around this thing and get into that corridor and leave this crazy chamber. And we will stop there for tonight. Wow. Just wow. Was that insane? They kept going further and further into that chamber of dark ghosts until all hell broke loose. Everything closing in around them, they're not going to make it, and then they keep going back to help each other. I was certain at least one of them was going to die, if not a full party wipe. And then Avius goes down. He's about to become one of the ghosts and join them for all eternity, only to rise once again with that ring of healing I totally forgot he had. Just wow. Thank you, Christopher, Chris, Seth, and Tim. And as always, thank you, listeners, for joining us. We love sharing our adventures with you. Leave us a comment on Facebook, our website, and gloriousbards.com. We'd love to hear from you. All music has been officially licensed, and if you're interested in the sound effects you heard, check out the great sounds at Sirenscape.com. What will the adventurers do about the ghosts waiting in the towers beneath the city? And will they finally root out the last of the ratmen in the sewers? Until next time.